Welcome back to the Gone for 10 show. I'm flying solo today. Baxter has some technical difficulties, but we are one day, yes, only one day, one sleep away from the start of the 2023 NRL season. So we're going to jump straight into it. Obviously, as you can see on the screen, is the Parramatta Eels taking on the Melbourne Storm, 8 p.m. tomorrow night at CommBank Stadium. It's set up to be an absolute cracker to start the season. We'll jump into the Parramatta Eels first. Obviously, number 1, Clint Gutherson. Number 2, Micah Sivo. 3, Will Penasini. 4, Waka Blake. 22, Isaac Lumi. He does replace Bailey Simonson, who was announced originally in the lineups, but has obviously withdrawn due to that shoulder injury that he suffered in the grand final. Number 6 and 7 are Dylan Brown and Mitchell Moses. RCG, Josh Hodgkinson, Junior Polo, Bryce Cartwright, Matt Dury, Jermaine Hopgood, Jira Mamesa, Jack Murchie, Wiramu Craig, Eminem, and Jake Arthur in the 18th man jersey. Now, for the Parramatta Eels, they have been hit with massive injuries. Obviously, we do have the likes of Nathan Brown out with a hamstring injury, Sean Lane out with a broken jaw, Madison, he's out suspended, obviously, due to that suspension that he originally said he didn't want to take the fine. He took the suspensions. He then tried to reverse it, and he was unsuccessful in the NRL reversing that. So they are having, obviously, a few players not playing. Obviously, Dury is a part of the new look back row combination. This includes former Panther Jermaine Hopgood, who I think is in for a massive, massive season. And obviously, ex-Raider Josh Hodgkinson plays his first NRL game for the club. And obviously, former Warrior Jack Murchie has earned a spot on the interchange bench due to the shuffle. Now, for the Melbourne Storm, as you can see on the screen, there is some massive changes from what I guess their full-strength team will look like come the end of the season. Ryan Pappenhausen, he's unavailable for at least 8 to 10 weeks. We're hearing further departures to this squad from last year, Jesse and Kenny Bromwich, Felice Kafusi. So there is a massive array of talent. Injured players, you have Tariq Sims, Tepai Moreau with his toe. They're both sidelined. So it's very interesting to see what happens with this side come round 5, 6 and onwards to see how this will look, because this is how it'll look in round 1. I can't say it's going to look the same come round 25. But at fullback, Nick Meaney, Will Warbrick, Remus Smith, Jan Tunamapie, Xavier Coates, Cameron Munster, Jerome Hughes, Nelson Asafa-Loma, Harry Grant, Christian Welsh, Trent Leore, Aliyah Katoa, Josh Kinn, Tyrone Richard, Alec MacDonald, Chris Lewis, Jordan Grant, and Grant Anderson. So there is a few changes. Obviously, 7 of the 13 that did start in round 1, 2022 will take the field in this game. Obviously, like we mentioned, big losses, especially in those Kafusi brothers, and obviously Jesse and Kenny Bromwich, and Felice Kafusi. So a lot of players have left this club. It does leave their forwards, I guess, a little bit lacking in that department. Melbourne Storm used to always be a side last year where they would hit the ground running. They then bring these massive forwards off the bench and they'd try and take momentum and take the game. So it'll be interesting to see how obviously Craig Bellamy does handle those players leaving. But moving on to obviously our competition between myself and Baxter, I have gone the Parramatta Eels 1 to 12 in an absolute cracking game. I believe the game will be probably closer to 1 to 6, but we will go 1 to 12, and Baxter has gone the reverse, and he thinks that Melbourne Storm will hold that amazing record they've got of not losing that round 1 game for many, many years now. And he has the Melbourne Storm team 1 to 12. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a bit of a competition each game, every week. We will have our prediction. We'll give our margin. We'll get 1 point for the prediction. And if we get the margin correct, we'll get a bonus 2 points. And at the end of the year, we might throw a case or a jersey or something on that bet to determine what the winner gets. But guys, that's been our prediction on the Parramatta Eels and our preview on the Parramatta Eels versus the Melbourne Storm. Let us know what you thought. Hit like, hit subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think the score prediction will be tomorrow. Do Melbourne Storm continue their dominant run this year? Do they drop outside the top 8? Do they struggle to make the 8? Are they in the mix? Can they win a minor premiership? For the Parramatta Eels, can they go one step further? Can they lift the trophy at the end of the year? Can they be consistent enough to be in that top 4? Who knows? But definitely, guys, let us know below. Hit like. Help us get to that 200 subscribe. And obviously, guys, tune in for the rest of the week when we review the rest of round 1 NRL 2023 season.
Now the stage is set for the best season yet, you'll see.